The two presidents lashed out President Donald Trump's withdrawal from Iran's nuclear agreement, JCPOA, during a telephone conversation in which they stating the ignorance of his decision and insisted the deal should have been safeguarded, the source said. Today our President Tayyip Erdogan held a telephone conversation with the Russian leader Vladimir Putin. They discussed the U.S. decision to withdraw from the nuclear agreement with Iran. Both leaders, pointing out at the fallacy of this decision, stressed that the JCPOA is a diplomatic success that must be safeguarded. In a statement today, the Kremlin declared its lack of support for the U.S. withdrawal from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, suggesting the deal was highly important in maintaining international security. The Kremlin said they emphasized the importance and principle of the JCPOA for international and regional security, as well as for global non-proliferation. They reaffirmed Russia's and Turkey's commitment to work together with other parties to the plan of action and coordinate their further steps. Mr. Putin and Mr. Erdogan also talked about the Syrian peace process as well as the logistics surrounding their future bilateral projects. Getty. Vladimir Putin and Recep Tayyip Erdogan disapproved the U.S. withdrawal from the Iran nuclear deal in discussions over the phone on Thursday. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani told Turkish President Mr. Erdogan member countries of the JCPOA will face a backlash from U.S. withdrawal from the deal, and have to ultimately pay for the cost. He said, Europe, and in particular the 5 countries negotiating with Iran, should clearly define their actions and stances to compensate for the withdrawal of the United States in the short time that is left. On Tuesday, U.S. President Donald Trump declared he will pull out from Iran's nuclear agreement, a deal created to prevent Iran from fulfilling their nuclear ambitions whilst removing U.S.-imposed sanctions. Instead, Mr. Trump will reinstate sanctions on Iran. Sanctions were also imposed against 6 individuals and 3 companies, after it was discovered they funneled millions to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guards elite Quds force. However, Mr. Rouhani insisted new U.S. sanctions were against international rules. A United Nations Security Council Resolution 2231. Mr. Erdogan also added Turkey would refuse to accept the U.S.'s withdrawal, saying that their decision was a mistake. The Iran nuclear agreement, also known as the JCPOA, was signed in 2015 by China, Germany, France, Russia, UK and US, a deal created to stop Iran from developing their nuclear arsenal in exchange for the removal of U.S. sanctions. Iran's Foreign Minister, Mohammad Javad Zarif, will travel to Moscow on May 14 to meet Russia for further talks.